Friday afternoon. So welcome to Designing Gals Thursday on Friday. Since of course I did not go yesterday. Bella, get over there on the couch. She is so bad. She is over there trying to get to things she's not supposed to eat anymore. Come on, baby girl. So I thought we would do a tree topper bow. And I think a lot of people are intimidated by tree topper bows because you think it has to be like really huge, and it does not. So I'm going to show you a way that we're going to make the bow, and we're just going to use the Easy Bow Maker. So, hello, hello. Okay, so I'm going to get this angled down so you can see. There we go. So we have, Bella, cut it out. We have 4 ribbons. These are ribbons from my shop. When you're doing a tree topper bow, one of the things that you want to know is how big is your tree? How long do you want your tails, right? So we're going to assume this is like a 6-foot tree because that's kind of what the average is. And we have all kinds of fun stuff to put in. Bella, get down. Look at these. So I have, look at their little Santa belt. These came from Greenery Market, and I'm going to tell you the number. Okay. It's 83754 red, or it's RDBKWT. They're Santa Bell Curly Spray, Greenery Market. This here came from Carolina Pottery, and it's just a peppermint curly spray. Although I would check Greenery Market, they may have something just like it. Okay, so we have 2 of those. All right, and we have this. Is also from Greenery Market, and it is, oh, is it raining there? Yuck. It is Glitter Berry Spray. Okay, and then we have, check these out. So I have some elf legs coming really soon. So I thought I would do something with elf legs just because it's fun. This came from Carolina Pottery last year. And it is Snowed Pom-Pom Spray, which these would be pretty easy to make. Okay. So, what I like to do when I'm making a tree topper bow is I like to do it 2 bows, and then I put them together, and it just kind of makes a big, nice statement. It makes it look like the bow goes all the way around, even though, I mean, technically it does, because you're putting 2 together. And the great thing is that you don't have to try to work with a giant bow all at one time, because that can be really hard. Miss Bella, that is not happening, so just cut it out. You may sit on the couch. Come here. Over here. Bella, come on. Nope, you're not getting it. Get. All right, you can stand over there all night, but you're still not getting it. So I have elf, and then I have red and white. I have red, white, and green, and red and white. So for this tree, if I was doing a tree, this would be an elf-themed tree. Now, of course, I have Santa elements, and that's fine. It's all Christmas. And I just love these with the little bells. So I just can't help myself. All right. First thing I'm going to say is don't worry about the long tails right in the beginning. So So you just want to make it almost like you're making a regular bow, and then you can cut your tails and add them in. Yeah, I've heard it's really hot in Arizona. All right, so we'll start off with maybe a 10-inch little tail. Okay. She finally gave up. All right, so we're gonna go like about 7 inches. Okay. So about 7 inches. We'll do 2 here. And this is Christmas in July, if you haven't figured out. That's what we're kind of working on. All of July, the Designing Gals will be working on Christmas. Make sure you check out everybody's page. Crazy Maisie Creations. That's Katie. And then Melissa with Burlap Boutique. And Doreen with Door Designs. Okay, so we're just gonna do a pretty simple bow, so 2-1, but we're gonna go up kind of in size. Okay. Or rather down in size. So 7 inches, okay. I like to put kind of the bigger ribbon towards the back. Yes, there is news on the retreat. It is open. So if you want to find it, it is on my website. All right, so now we're going to go at about 6 inches. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm looking at what these measurements are on the side of the bow maker to find that 6 inch. Okay. I want 2. Okay. And so now what I'll do is I will alternate. So I will do 2 with this one, and then I'll come back and do 2 with this one. And I will just do the red. Okay. So we'll do 1 with this. Now when you're doing a tree topper bow like this, if you're going to use this method, you want to make sure that you're going to use the same ribbons in the same pattern on the second bow, because the whole point is to make it look like you have one big bow going all the way around the tree. Actually, let's switch this up. Take that out. So I just realized we'd have stripes, and I don't want that. So let's put this one in here. Okay. No stripes against stripes. That would not be cool. It's okay underneath it, but on top it's kind of a lot. Okay. Although with Christmas you can get away with a lot. Now we'll do this. To 5 inches. Okay. And then we're going to make the exact same bow for the other side. Let's see. Yep, about 5 inches. Okay. Yep. Okay, so 2 of these. So when you're doing it and you're trying to do the 2 bows, you want to keep that illusion that you're going to be, that you have the same bow. So make sure you follow it in the exact same pattern. So that's what we'll do. Okay. Alright, so we'll get a zip tie out. We're going to get 2 zip ties out. So we'll get it under one whole portion of the bow. Remember, you can always put your zip tie at the bottom and leave it there if you need to. Okay, so pull it out. We can see where our indentation is. So make sure you hold it and pull it around. Uh-oh, something's coming out there. What is that? Oh, it's a tail. Yeah. All right. Now, I want to put, make sure I have it in that indentation so that one side is not longer than the other. Okay, I'm going to put a second zip tie in here. And what I usually do is I will put a second zip tie in both, and then I can use these zip ties to tie all the way around the tree. Okay, so pull it tight. On this, we're going to put an extra piece to cover this zip tie. So let's cut a little piece off. Okay. So you can either cut it in half. Since we're going to do 2, we could just cut it in half. Okay. And then all you do is just fold it over and tie it right around. I like to do this before I'm completely fluffed out. The elf legs I'm getting, I can't remember what if they have it on there or not. Alright, so now we're going to fluff. So we'll hold all of these at the bottom, and we'll start with our breaking the bow. So twist and pull, twist and pull, twist and pull. Remember, going all the way from the bottom. Always go from the bottom to the top. Okay. All right. Okay. A little trick too, if you ever get to where you're working on a bow and you forget to add in the zip tie in the back, you can do it just by adding in this little piece. Okay. All right. So we've got the first part. You can pull these down like this. Like that. So we're going to make a second one. So let's go ahead and start on that. I'm going to leave it here so we can make sure we're doing the same thing. Okay. Alright, so we're going to start with this at the bottom. So tree topper bows usually run somewhere around 25 yards of ribbon. Just for reference. Okay, so 10-inch. We're going to do 10-inch tail. We can go ahead and put our zip tie under here. So when you're working with a larger bow, sometimes it helps if you go ahead and put your zip tie down there, and then you don't have to worry about it. Hey, I think so too. I love these ribbons. They have some really nice ribbons out. Okay, so 7-inch, 7-inch. Okay, 7 again. And 7 again. I'm not worried about the pattern on this because it's going to be at the top of a tree, and it's really totally fine for this type pattern. All different directions, so some are up, some are down, and that really means you don't have to worry about it so much. Okay, so then we come in with this one. Yep, we have a new Halloween kit. Probably be our only Halloween kit because, y'all, it is getting so hard to find anything fall. If you see fall stuff, you better get it. Okay. There we go. Alright. So then we'll come back with this again. Is that what we did? We did 2. And then we did, yes, that's what we did. Okay. I had to look and see. Okay. That's why I keep it up here, so I can make sure I'm going to get the right, because I want it to match. Ooh, I would love to have some more black and white kits, but I may or may not be able to get the supplies I had before, but I'll try. That was cute, wasn't it? Y'all, that thing sold out in like 10 hours. It was gone. Gone. Maybe it was because I didn't have that many of them. I'm not sure. Is that 6 inches? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so then we did this one. I super love this one. We just do 1 with this one. Okay. Then we come back with this one. And we're going to go 5 inches. Okay. Okay, 5. There we go. Okay. 5. So pull them out. Like that. So just pull it out, dovetail it, and then we'll put this one on. Okay, so 5 inches again. All right, now we can just pull up the zip tie we have down here. I get it. I always want to buy everything I see too, which is not good when you're the one who's shopping for stuff to carry in your store. because yeah, you can get kind of in trouble in a hurry. Okay, so we're gonna put our zip tie under here. Make sure everything looks good. Yes. Just kind of making sure everything's in place before I completely tighten it. Just makes it a little bit easier when you go to fluff it, if you kind of do this step just a little bit in advance. Yeah, there we go. All right. Really good and tight. There we go. All right. What I do is, here's that little piece. All right, so I want to use this little piece before I go any farther. All right. Just tie it on a knot. Trim it off. Now we're going to break the bow. You see this right here, where this is all twisted inside there? This is why we break the bow. Okay. All that means is pull it, twist, and pull. And that helps get those little pieces loose, so you can get all of that ribbon straight. Okay. Tail swap. So each and every one, it really does help them to fluff out more. And also, if you have one that's being stubborn in a specific spot, you can use this to get it out of there. All these gyrations is what makes it look good, though. There. So look at this. Whoops. All right. My hands got stuck on it. So when you put them together, it looks like a bow that goes all the way around. You see that? Cool, right? Okay, now. Let's cut off the extra zip tie. Okay. All right, and you can stop here and you could be done, put it on your tree, you're good to go. Or, I'll show you a little step you can do to add a little bit extra. So first let's talk about the tails that you put down your tree. So once you have your bows done, thank you, you can come back and take whatever you have left of your ribbon. And I usually end up using the smaller ribbon just because I don't usually have a ton of the bigger ribbon left. But you get your ribbon like this. Okay. Drop 2 of these. And I want 2 of these. Now you can always get another roll and do the tails all the way down. I don't like a whole bunch of tails. If I'm gonna do something else, I generally do like little mini bows on the tree if I'm gonna do something. But I do like to have some tails coming down. There we go. All right. So now what you do, I drop it on the floor, yeah. I'm probably not even gonna use that, it's just too small. All right. So what I do is I take these two, and I'm gonna put it, I usually put it on the outside. So 2 here, 2 here, and I put them on either side of the bow. And then I just tie them under, and I'll usually use my little tree pieces to tie them on. I tie them under the bow, just like this, and then they come out and come to the side. Okay, so that's how we do the tails. I should have thought to bring my tree in here. Y'all, it's been one of those days. Okay, one more thing you can do. You can take, all right, and this is how I do it. So see how we have these zip ties on each one? All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna tie the zip ties together so that you can tie it all the way around the tree. If you have a really thick tree, just get another zip tie, okay? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a little cute something to go in the middle. And when I'm doing something like this, take your tags off, I generally like to kind of make them not exactly the same, like one a little bit taller than the other, or I'll put one at a jaunty angle like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to pile them up here, and we're going to zip tie them together, and then we're going to put it in between the bows, and the whole thing gets zipped on the tree. Okay, so we have that. So you need enough, okay. With this, you can put as much or as little as you want to in between your bows. And I may be able to go out there and get my tree if we want to see it. Okay. So I want it about as long. You don't want it too long because you don't want it to be noticeable. But you want it long enough so that you can get it in there. Oh my gosh, these are so cute. These are from Greenery Market. And these are, I'm going to tell you what they are. Santa Curly Bell Spray. All right. So I want to put this on the other side. Okay. Trim this off. Okay. So I don't want them right next to each other. I want one on each side. Do y'all want me to see if I can pull my tree out so I can show you what it looks like? These you can kind of pull out like that. Okay. Trim this off. Once I get them all together, I may trim it some more. Kind of get some of this mess out of the way. Okay, I want to turn this way so it's kind of coming out in this direction. All right, and we have one more piece. I think I might put this kind of, yes please, okay, I'll go get it. It's out there. I got to pull something off of it, but we can do it. Let's put that with the other. All right, you see what it looks like? Hold on, let me get my tree. Huh, Belle? tell you what's funny is I did elves on this one last year too. That's kind of funny. All right. Okay, so let me show you this. Whoops. Sorry, y'all. All right. Here we go. All right, here we go. Now, this is one I did last year, and you can see what I did is I put the red and green little squirrely things. Same concept. So we have bow on the front, bow on the back, with little streamers kind of coming down. So, let's pull it off. I think this is one I did. I might have done this one in my group. Seems like that's what I did. I think we decorated a couple trees. Yeah, that's what we did, because I see where we put some little bows on it. You'll get a really good view of how I did it while I undo it. Okay. Let's get here. So I'm just taking off the little ties that I put on. Okay. There we go. All right. So I'm trying to get it off without having to completely damage the bows, but we'll see. Okay. There it is. Okay. There we go. Okay, so you can see the bows are still intact. And this bow actually has the antique wire is how I tied it on. So if you wanted to take it off and put it back on, that would be a really good way to do it. Because even if you needed to add more, it would be pretty easy to add more antique wire. Okay. So we'll set that there. Pull these out. All right, now, first thing I'm gonna do is kind of figure out where I want this little tie to be at. Looks like kind of down here, so like right down here. Okay, so we got to tie it like right down here towards the bottom. Let's put this guy on top. Okay. So I'm not going to tie it real tight at the beginning because we want to get everything kind of arranged. Okay, like this. Right, now, you want to have enough play to kind of get everything arranged. That looks good. Okay. You may need to do two. What did I do with my, oh. Let's do two just to make sure it's gonna stay. Okay. Cut a little bit of this off just because I don't want it sticking out. Come on, thing. Okay. Now, let me move y'all back over here. Okay. So So what I'll do is take a little bit of the tree, tie this in. You could also use a zip tie. Okay. I just want to do it temporarily until I can get my bow over here. It's pretty heavy. We may need to do a zip tie. So remember, this is going to be hidden by the bow, so you're not going to see this part. There we go. There. Okay. So now you can kind of move everything out. Get it where you want it to be. This one's a little heavy because the elf legs are actually wood-based. Okay, there we go. Pull this out. Pull some of this out. There we go. Pull that off. All right. Okay. The tree's leaning a little bit because it's kind of a small tree. But it's just my demo tree. All right. So now, let's put this one on. Okay. And this one on. So remember, if you have a really big tree, you can put the two zip ties together. If you don't, you can just zip tie them individually, like we did here. And then, oh my gosh, that's so cute. Then you just kind of arrange these however you want them. Okay. Let's put one of these over here. Sorry, short girl problems. There we go. Like that. Okay. There. Can you see? How stinking cute is that? So look, if we flip it around, it looks like the bow goes all the way around the tree. So what do we think? Isn't that cool? How cool is that? All right, so then if you wanted to do your tail, let's kind of move this out for a second. You've got your long tails here. Alright. And there's a couple different ways you could do it. So you could tie them up here and you could have some on this side, some in the front, or you can go all the way down. So like if you pinch it, you just come up under the bow, tie it to a branch. And then what I like to do is kind of loop them out like this and then tie it. Okay. And then loop them out again. And you can go back in this direction. Okay. And I usually do this before I decorate the whole tree. So that way I can kind of decorate around, so I can put some large, like these ornaments kind of inside where I put my little tails. Awesome. Oops. All right, so what do we think? Y'all have any questions? Oh, it's because there really isn't any way to get a moderator for Instagram. Did you have a question? Did I miss it? Yes. Ah, that's funny because I just said that. Yes. So I always start when I'm doing anything. If I'm doing a wreath, a tree, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. I'm always going to start with the largest element first. So in this case, it's the bow. Right, so the bow sets the stage for your whole project. So you want to make sure that you do the largest element in first. So then for one, you're not going to have a problem where you're going to have to really fill up a whole lot of the tree, because this is already going to take up a big portion. Okay, so you want to know how long my tails are. I think they're about 3 yards. Yep, about 3 yards. So these are about 3 yards, which works out when you're doing a tree this size. Actually, this one, yeah, it's about 3 yards. Did that answer your question? Yeah. Thank you. Now you want to do your tree topper? Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's cool, right? How much fun is that? So it's so much fun to just pick out little fun things that you can put in your little tree topper. I love anything that has like little bells or something on it. I don't know why, I really like it. So, oh, y'all can't see that. Hold on. Just so you can see what the whole thing looks like. There you go. Now you can see the whole piece. Yep, see the little legs and all the little stuff coming out. It's a good thing my tree comes apart. Awesome. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it and you learned something new. This is my favorite way to make tree topper bows. So I used to make the really giant bow that had all the big loops, and it took like 25 yards of ribbon just for the bow part. This is I think this is a 6-foot tree, because I'm 5 foot. So it's somewhere around 5.5 to 6 feet. Yeah. And then the bow, we did 2 7-inch, and then 1 7-inch, 2 6-inch, 1 6-inch, 2 5-inch, 1 5-inch. Our tails are about 10 inches long. And then of course you have whatever's left over with the ribbon. Yep. Pretty cool. Awesome. Pretty cool, pretty cool. I just now saw it, Casey. Whoops. You'll probably have to text me when you do that. Okay. I know. I love bows. Yeah, I do think it is 6 feet. We'll do, I also like to do, when I'm doing bows, I also like to do bows kind of on those corner evergreen pieces, so we'll do a couple of those this year too. So I think that's fun. Thank you. I'm so glad you liked it. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't go on yesterday. We've had, you know, the hurricane weather has been coming through, and we just had some rain, and it my internet said nah. So I was like, well, okay, I will go live. Yeah, but today it's all good. So hey, it was worth it. All right, so I will see you guys on Monday. So my Sunday nights have changed to Monday. Awesome. Are you trying again? Okay, let's see if it works this time. We're trying to see if how we bring somebody onto the live so that she can moderate. We're still working on the Instagram stuff, y'all. But thank you. We'll do some more fun projects throughout the month. So in Designing Gals, the whole month is Christmas. So, and then we'll go back to fall, and then we'll come back to Christmas again. So, fun stuff. All right. Well, I will see you guys Monday, 9 o'clock So Mondays will be 9, Tuesday 8, Wednesday 8, Thursday 4. Okay? Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys Monday. All right? Bye, y'all.